with. Inferno at the moment being so slow because obviously we primarily watch a lot of this EU Counter-Strike. It is incredibly slow, very save heavy. You know, teams not doing a lot within kind of the first, I mean, more or less a minute of the round timer before they make a kind of any sort of showing. And that can make some quite slow watching. But that's not the same in this region, baby. We get some fights very early on. Traditionally, 3 towards long is the play. 1 towards short. I'm assuming, I was going to say with a lack of fights that this is not live, but no, it is. It's just such a weird setup. I told you it was KI. I don't really know what the play is here. 3 towards long, 2 not facing, 1 towards short, and nobody on B because they've left Alman deep in towards CT. So, technically speaking, Tiger can just run on towards the site here and no one can challenge him all that much, bar Alman, who's so deep in CT. This is so weird.
Yeah, it is definitely an interesting setup, I think is a nice way of putting it, but we'll see what this mid push is able to accomplish. 2-2 with the info. Advent, though, one of the rare P2K users, will actually find himself a pretty big double. He drops the bomb with that second frag is sort of the big thing. This is all over the place. Like, my guy Tiger's like, yo, I'm out on B, guys. I have completed the mission. Where is the bomb plant?
Nearly. So weird.
Yeah, nearly takes a dodgy fight as well. Bomb gonna go down. I really don't know what to make of this one. 4v3 on the retake. We've got that at the very least now.
Yeah, and then it was 4 playing through CT and 3 wrap all the way to Banana. So they waste a lot of time in doing that. Alman's going to fall to Tiger. And now they have to have heard the steps because 5yclone had to go quick. They don't have a kit. So they have to send it into the fights. This is so weird. Kaze leading the charge. Tiger posted. Doesn't actually need to face all that much. But Lihang will find a kill in towards water. That's the round. They don't have a kit. I don't know what's going on here. This was super weird. JamYoung will get one on the way out. Maybe another as well. Many people might die here to the bomb. I think nearly all might fall, in fairness. No. JamYoung will survive. I don't know. I'm not even going to try and analyze that. I literally do not know what just happened. Just like, there was nothing.
Listen,
5yclone form 4A mid, and then go to CT, and then all the playing through CT as the bomb goes down and decide, no, now's the time we rotate. So 3 then rotate to Banana, which burns like 15 seconds of like the 40-second plant. They don't have a kit, so they couldn't afford to do that. And then Alman dies in CC, and they realize, well, they can't be here. We've got, you know, 10 seconds until they're even near us to figure out where they are. No one else has peaked. Oh, well, they've got to be Banana. So, yeah, that was... I don't know, dude.
It's what we're here for, man. The madness of the Asian Counter-Strike. It begins in round 1. We don't even have to wait for it. So, yeah, absolutely crazy stuff. Should be a second round for Newhappy, looking at where the lack of buy is for 5yclone, a flash, and JamYoung with a bit of extra cashola from the survival will get himself a deagle. So, fair play. But yeah, I don't know what to make of it either. I think that was just the weirdest. Not even like wild or crazy or aggressive or whatever, but just the decision making there was out of this world for sure. JamYoung goes down early. That's pretty much the only threat that 5yclone had in this round dealt with. So I think yeah, Newhappy should easily be able to secure from here.
In the corner, Spine will find Alman. It's a good opportunity for the MAC-10 to farm some cash. And Spine's doing exactly that. So much money in his pockets. 3 kills to his name. And all that's left is one man, Mercury. With the USPS, we're not expecting all too much. Now a deagle. Maybe the chances increased by like 5%. Doesn't make a difference. 2-2 will see it off. A second on the board. But a throwaway round, all things considered. Now we will see 5yclone in towards a full buy. And hopefully a little bit more of a coordinated one as well in comparison to the pistol. We'll have to see. That one we're not going to take too much precedence away from. But yeah, overall, there actually is a world in which Newhappy, if they wanted to, could go in towards an orb. I think Spine had a lot of money. And he's going to keep hold of what he's got. He actually just reinvests into armor and then some added util as well overall. So not the end of the world. 2-0 star. Newhappy bonus buy for them, but a good start on towards Inferno.
Got a nade off on the corner, nobody there to take the damage. But relatively easy banana control from Newhappy, and in a pretty nice fashion, because they find themselves with most of their utility remaining. As usually you do have to expend quite a lot. Some things never change. The lineups might be different, but the same logic being applied to counter nades and whatnot there at the top end of car. What is the move? Newhappy not scared off of B at all.
Oh, it's not going to be in their face. Two players playing towards the site itself. What's the decision? Do they stick around? It looks like they're just going to continue looking in the direction of B. And surely at some point, especially if they're like some Mercury who's playing through long, you've got to go looking for information. You're just going to go for a full rotate instead, which is the wrong call. They're going back in the direction of A. Thankfully, Mercury is still sticking around. He's dipping kind of both toes in both waters by not over-rotating, which is good. He'll drop a Molotov as well. That'll deny any sort of a long push. And now Mercury knows they're coming through long.
Oh, Mercury, a little bit of a spray down. JamYoung doesn't quite know where to look, but the smoke's going to work out for him quite nicely. Does actually get traded easily. I thought he'd be in a position where he'd be able to pop off. 2 versus 2 then. Plenty of space, plenty of time to get this bomb down. What have Omen and Advent got for us? Rolling back the years a little bit with this one. No kit available. Coming in from 2 different angles. Not going to be easy. Beautiful Molotov there. Keeps Omen out of action. They'll know that there is for sure a guy coming in from short now. So a lot of information for Newhappy to work with. Looking to take this one over the line. Flash comes in. Pushed round from Armin. They're fully distracted away. It's Tiger in for 2. And he gets them both. Very well played. Very well held. And the individual prowess of that player comes back to haunt them in round number 3.
Yeah, Tiger again stepping up in a big way. Tiger had a really influential series yesterday. He was so crucial to a lot of the success that we saw on Newhappy. And even the map in which they lost on Inferno, he was the big name. He's the only one stepping up in kind of any sort of way. So, important to see. Good to see as well. Of course, when it comes down to it, for the Cyclone side, that is a rough loss. This is meant to be not only a fairly decent map for them, but that was meant to be their opportunity. Newhappy had a pretty rough kind of half buy in the sense they had the Mac-10s and Galils from the round prior. It's a round which shouldn't have gone in their favor, and did. Not a 3-0 start. Money not good for the CT side again. So Newhappy should get a pretty comfortable 4-0 start, which on your map pick is exactly what you want to see. They've already done better than they did against the Mongols yesterday on this map.
There is that at the very least, I suppose. Oh, looking good for Spine there. Lovely eco-frag secured. Oh, Eagle makes itself known, but the round itself should be all good from here. One will go down. JamYoung looking, isn't he? Maybe for another kill. Maybe for $600 if he can get away with it. But he's not going to get away with anything, in fact. So, Newhappy looking pretty good. These are 4 nigh-on flawless rounds, I have to say. Yeah, looking crisp. Hitting a lot of good shots as well. It's good to see Spine stepping up too. Spine is someone who can, in a big way, make a name for himself, but has been, at times, a little bit inconsistent. Eco kills. The Eco Cobra, because all of his kills have come from Eco rounds, but they all count. That's what I tell myself when I head into Premiere. So for 4-0 start for Newhappy, it ain't too bad. Cyclone back into a bye, however. Kaze gonna wield the AWP. Now, we've got to look towards Alman as well. Alman's coming towards this setup as like a secondary IGL type role. As a, not an impact fragger, it's a more supporting role, but Mosaic was pretty talented, so some pretty big shoes to fill. Right now, been struggling just a tad. Yeah, it's an interesting one in terms of why they've maybe made the replacement, at least today. Yeah, because I'd say individually, you know, Mosaic are a little bit better. Kaze, by the way, looking very, very clean, as always. Ullman maybe brings that experience, maybe brings a bit more vocality to the team. You know, a bit of pressure off of Advent, IGL-wise. He's obviously a player that's struggled statistically for a long time, so maybe that's part of it, that it's like split the load a little bit, and maybe their individual performances will even out. rather than relying on Moser to be, like, double the player.
I think you're right. kaze, nice open angle here. Be risky because Tiger looks the wrong way. Never mind. It was risky. If Tiger looked long, when it said he looked short, down he will fall. Traditionally, you clear long first there because that cubby end towards short. Unless they're playing open, they can't swing from, but you can check that before you go long. I know that was a relay of misinformation, but either way, kaze with the flash. kaze lines up another scalp down the spine. 2-2 will trade, but it's only a consolation frag. Really nice round from kaze there. 4 kills to his name. And that is going to be CycLone finding their first relatively easily as well, which is what you want to see.
Yeah, definitely a change-up, just kind of sending it into the AWP. He obviously had the big impact there. And they weren't really able to deal from that point on. Do have a pause coming in, a bit more technical in nature. All the same, plenty of cash available for Newhappy to buy back in for a couple rounds, in fairness, but there is an opportunity here for the CycLone boys to really take that round and run with it, you know? The fact that they survived with so many players is so great.
Well, hopefully, only a brief one, and we can get back underway. So far, a pretty good showing on a Newhappy. This is a side who, as of yesterday, started really slow. Throughout the season as well, where kind of played with inconsistencies. Tyler had a very good season. They finished second overall, just behind that of Tyler. So, you know, had a really good season. Newhappy, maybe not as much. They were a little bit chopping and changing in terms of their results, but of course, locking themselves towards playoffs gives them an opportunity. They still are in the upper bracket. Whoever loses here still remains alive in the competition. Of course, they would then just drop in towards that lower bracket side of things, but we find ourselves, at least for now, it's not a stress-free environment, but at least not as stressful as that low is, where eliminations on the line. Of course, that's where now the Mongols find themselves. Something you never really expect to say this early in towards the competition. But it was only a brief tech pause. Now we're back underway. 4-1 scoreline. Back in place for Newhappy. And this time, Tiger will wield the AWP to try and challenge other cars. They cannot allow him to find 4K after 4K. So they're going to try and limit him at that battle at range.
Oh my goodness, quick banana play here. 1-for-1 comes in. Flash move from Aumann, feeling pretty confident down there. Still sticking around on the cart, so they want to remain in control of banana is ultimately what CycLone are trying to do there. And just force Newhappy, you know, to get some utility out, clear the angles, panic a little bit maybe. But not a bad attempt at the hold. All the same, Newhappy will get the control of it eventually. What is the move for CycLone to deal with this? They're actually going to rotate and bolster A. So that, to me, feels a bit wacky.
4 versus 4 as well. A lot of space for Newhappy to work with. That's a aptly timed Molotov, it has to be said, though. Right at the toes, as 2-2 falls. They're going to realize very quickly nobody's here. They've got to book it on the rotation. kaze is now very vulnerable.
Spine. Ready and waiting on the edge of the smoke here. There's no one really propping up. CycLone just playing it safe, letting them get the site, get the bomb plant. Or bringing off a shot, but nothing quite lands. It's going to be a fair amount of time before they get through this.
I don't know. They're taking a sweet time. Spider the corner. Doesn't get cleared. Mercury makes it a double. 2x with a trade on towards the AWP, but the wrong player, and Tiger only good for 1. Great retake. Well played. A second round on the board. The buy will be somewhat possible coming through for Newhappy. I do wonder whether they maybe opt for a half buy here, or whether they risk Lihang and 2x on towards maybe a little bit of a half with a Galil, or even dropping in towards the Mac 10/Tech 9 era, etc., etc. They do have funds on the other 3, which could be something to work with. Yeah, they are going to go for exactly that. But it is, as we mentioned, that Tech 9 coming to come out for Lihang. And 2x only going for a Deagle. Could have maybe gone for you know, Mac 10 or Galil, if he maybe sacrificed a little bit of util. In the end, his priorities do come forward. Molotov going to come deep as well. Nice early control here by Cyclone.
kaze, decent nade going in here. Actually doesn't do quite as much damage as I maybe expected. All the same. Even position, I think Newhappy are a little tense in this round, where maybe they need to be a bit looser with this slow buy that they have. And Cyclone looking to abuse that fact. Nice little flash in towards Banana, keeps some attention over there, but it is mainly looking to be an A hit for now. They're actually pulling away from this. Oh my goodness, 2-2 with the frag round the corner. Mercury trying to catch that player backing off. Really nice opener for Newhappy to work with, and obviously going to cause some confusion in the Cyclone camp.
Yeah, it's got to be said, despite the kind of, I guess, rougher buy around the edges for Newhappy, it's not a bad position for them to be in at all. They're going to group up in the direction of B. All comes down to whether Advent and Alman can do anything here. The two IGLs are going to step up in a big way. Nado come forward. In they come towards B.
Player up on the boost could be deadly. And, you know, you threw it across like they were going to start rushing in, but they really are taking their time on this one, to be honest with you. A lot of spam through the smoke. Advent playing it safe. Drops that bomb. 20 seconds left. You know, it's not a lot of time at all. It's all in disarray right now for Newhappy. Advent as well. I don't know that his position was necessarily known. He wasn't traded out. Maybe they thought it was through the smoke. All the same, he gets away with a very, very naughty double kill there at the end. I thought, you know, they'd be aware or they'd take him down. It's not the case.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very weird one. I think when you die, if you're spying there, you've got to assume that the boost is the play. They're not even pre-fire it either. Fair played for Advent, sitting backside as well. Easy kills for him coming forward. And, well, just like that, this is now a Cyclone within one, but within one and breaking the economy of Newhappy. No bomb plant, zero funds to work with. So, upgraded pistols is all that they can muster as a luxury, and everything else now starts to solid pace for Cyclone. They should tie this game up somewhat comfortably. Newhappy looking towards A and looking to maybe go quick here. Oh, shot for 2x. 2x in the name in the game. Brilliant double entry.
Mercury trying to clean up here and make sure that they're not able to get away with the round. I think they should be able to get a bomb plant out of this one, which is maybe even more than they bargained for. Bomb is a little bit late, but the retake unable to really get around and stop the exit, stop the plant. Or picked up by Lihang. This is the big thing. Keep your eyes on this. Oh, and there's a lot of presence coming in from Short Man. He could do some damage here. Going to take the early peek. Timing pretty good, but he's spotted and finished by Alman. No armor makes it nice and easy. Tiger trying to recover that up there, I believe. It's just going to be 2-2 here with the Deagle. Unable to land any shots at all. Will get taken down. And that is a nice save from the side of Cyclone.
Yeah, for what they had to work with as well, I think that was it was all right for Newhappy. You know, a lovely little double entry coming through from 2x in towards Shaw. These shots are really crisp. That first one's lovely. The second ain't bad either. JamYoung and kaze get absolutely deleted. And then, of course, that gives them the space to work with in a bomb plant. They're actually unfortunate not to kind of walk away with the round, but overall, I think they'll take that every day of the week on a low eco buy round that Newhappy had there. A bomb plant and a few kills. Ain't too shabby. The main thing being, though, that Cyclone winning out. You cannot afford to lose those sort of ecos. That momentum can spiral in the other direction. All tied square 4 apiece. Now we've got a game on our hands here.
Yeah, really quick bounce back from the Cyclone boys. And it is quite surprising, I think, to see where this one has gone. But it is certainly the way the cookie crumbles on that Newhappy side for sure. Struggle with the econ in the recent rounds.
Ooh. Chunky nades coming through there as well. kaze will just about stay alive, but it ain't pretty.
This is such a strange round, to be honest, the way that they're moving through, very slow. Picking up a bit of control towards Banana. kaze, lovely angle, easy frag. Unable to get another, and they're going to know that Advent is out towards the Orange's side, but how are they going to deal with him? Flash comes around, beautiful support from Orman. Will come through that smoke as well, but it's 2x. Finding 2 kills, so certainly a doable situation from here.
Nade goes deep. Doesn't do anything, breaks out that smoke though, but of course, the 2 versus 2, not easy. Smoke going to come forward into Banana? They just smoked off Mercury. I'm very confused. JamYoung just smoked off Mercury. He's going to play through it. I'm assuming playing the ruse that no one is here. JamYoung finds Tiger. Last is 2x. A double swing. And Mercury will see it off. Nearly a very weird round. And of course, there's other kit. So as time for the defuse. Very strange. JamYoung smokes off his teammate. Thankfully gets the kill on towards Tiger. So overall, it's okay. CycLone. Cyber relief once again as they lock in another round.
Yeah, again, you know, there was a moment in there, wasn't there, where Newhappy looked decent in terms of that 2 versus 2, but unable to close it out. And that seems to be a bit of a trend at the moment for Newhappy. They can get into these bomb plant situations, the post plant as we call it, but they just can't go from there. They can't convert them. And that could end up being a serious problem. The bombs will continue to facilitate buys, which is cool, but ultimately it is CycLone that are winning, and 5 in a row. Really, really solid, because, you know, it was looking like they were maybe out of sorts in the beginning period. You know, 4 very, very clean rounds from that T side. Just unfortunately have not been able to replicate the success.
He said, for now, CycLone are in a relatively stable position. 5 rounds found in quick concession as well. Succession, may I say. And for Newhappy, this actually now on the other side looking a little bit worrying. Things started so well. They were 4-0 up. Started to let things slip. CycLone dominating the bulk of the buy rounds, and that's the real priority. It'll come through. Advent doesn't do anything too overzealous. kaze going to post up with the AWP. Could be in for something here. Nice flick on the flash. And he will find Lihang. Tiger's nearly in trouble. Takes a little tag. Just gets out the flames.
Yeah, kaze playing really well in these past few rounds. Might not look too crazy, but he's been very consistent in the impact that he's had. Particularly in these rifle wins. You got to remember, you know, the first round that they managed to get was a double kill from kaze to open up, and he's sort of kept that level coming. Oh, what's going on here then? Flash through the smoke. Ooh, ineffective, but a missed shot out from kaze. Flash comes around. That's pretty damn good. kaze is able to line up to. Advent comes in. That's pretty much a perfect B hold, to be honest with you. Really, really solid stuff. Just 2 remaining for Newhappy. 20 seconds. And not looking good. It will actually just be 1. Yeah, I was going to say. Hood bugging out. Hood bugging out a little bit there, unfortunately. So it did confuse me. I looked on the side, 2 guys. And then on a minimap, 1 guy. What's going on? Either way. Clean round, of course, from CycLone.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad. So, as well for now, I think for Newhappy, they're in a worrying space. With this starting so well for them and towards Inferno, and now just very quickly, very rapidly slipping away. You do start to get very worried that CycLone can just use all this momentum, spiral it into not only a good first half, but a second too, and then take it on towards Nuke. And that's where a series of this caliber can very quickly start to slip away. At least for now. Don't expect all too much from Newhappy in this round. Just 1 AK to work with in the hands of Lihang.
Yeah, not a lot at all. But might be able to do something with it. I think the supporting cast is not awful in terms of where that utility is in particular. So if they have a game plan here, they could certainly make it work. But going to be limited time for sure. decent nade damage to kick off. Where are Newhappy going with this? You know, that smoke towards long is going to start to dissipate soon. Kaze holding out on short, finds the first, and keeps the rest of them at bay. They are quite scared to go into that AWP, and I think they should be scared to go into A, right? There's 4 players ready to go here.
They come, nice little setup. Alman and Kaze combine. Kaze makes it 2, and he's one man all alone. Tiger, probably one of the more influential players on this team, but struggled with impact so far on Inferno. He's all alone in a Tech 9. Does have the bomb in hand, which is good. Surely should be fine for Advent. Very strong angle to hold it. Here's the steps as well. Damage. Tiger's crossed. Surely doesn't allow Tiger to plant here. Tap on towards the bomb. No plant. Advent playing his food a little bit. Now he'll swing. Lets him plant. But okay. Sees the round off nonetheless. Gonna be 5yclone up towards their 7th now. Yeah, it's 7 in a row for them. They are starting to run away with the show at the moment.
Yeah, really solidly turned this one around. I think a little bit more of what we expected with the way that yesterday went on Inferno for Newhappy, and just the way that these 2 teams are matched up. 5yclone, for me, should potentially be the favorite for the whole playoff bracket.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe you say your Lin Vision, who are looking pretty good in the regular season and pretty good domestically, actually. They've looked very, very good the past few seasons of ECL. Couple wins under their belt. But with not many international events happening for 5yclone, Rare Atom, right? That kind of timing, they should have more time to focus on this domestic competition. Speaking of focus, where is this round going? Another entry comes round for 5yclone going into the final round of this first half. So a fantastic start yet again.
Already. Looking good, but an overpeak there from Kaze. Alman on to back is actually a double stack here. Surely, I'm going to say this will be fine, but the collat nearly gets both from Tiger. 2v4 though, and Alpha 2-2 and Tiger, they have got a tough old task. Okay, Jiggle peek and gets caught. Nice shot. And now they can wrap in towards A. There's only 1 player here. JamYoung going to reposition towards Boiler. He could catch the bomb planter of Tiger, though, and this could be huge. Timing could be his best friend if JamYoung peeks now. Oh, turn around.
This is crazy. Gonna get the bomb down, they'll be like, wait, what? Yeah. So a lot of confusion. And not the healthiest retake, right? You've got the AWP in the mix, which is always a bit awkward. And you've got 10 HP for Advent. This could swing very quickly. Great frag from JamYoung. Absolutely needed that. Just going to be down to 2-2 against 3. Boost coming in. Oh, he's tagged. All right. Real challenge from here on in. JamYoung takes him out. 8-4 at the turn of the half. That's 8 in a row for 5yclone. Really great answer. Looking fantastic in the rifles once they get themselves going. Very, very impressive stuff indeed. Yo, yo, what up? Welcome back. Second half getting started here, of course. CycLone with 8 in a row there. Took them a little while to get going, but once they did, they could not stop. Newhappy. Close in some rounds, you have to say. It wasn't complete domination, but when it came down to those crunch moments, they struggled. You know, they just could not win out the 50-50 2v2s. So we'll see if the CT side's going to be any different for them. Spine will open things. A nice frag, and he's sticking around here, feeling pretty confident to go for those headies. However, he maybe gives the game away a little that the B-bomb site is strong, because he's playing quite confidently. He's actually going back in for more with the teammates here. Oh, I'm going to catch them. Nades in hand. This is a little all over the place. Tiger with some team damage coming in. 2-2 on the rotation, though. Will finish off the round. And a really, really nice pistol from Newhappy.
Yeah, not bad as well. I think the CycLone, it looked like they got confused within themselves in terms of what the game plan was, who was going where. The util was a little bit sloppy, a little bit late as well, and CycLone, they ended up being in a really rough spot, and Newhappy just punished them. Nicely done. Really nicely done overall. And I think as well, for Newhappy, very needed. You know, they got 4 rounds in a row to kickstart the map, and then it was CycLone who just closed it out 8 in a row, right? So for Newhappy, if they can kickstart the half strong again, that's where maybe we have a little bit of a competition to be had. Main thing, of course, being for Newhappy, we just need to see consistency in the gun rounds. That's where they really struggled. Then comes the JamYoung takes a serious tag. Advent a little bit himself. This round, we're not expecting all too much. For CycLone, if they can even get a bomb plant, that would be a big ask.
Tiger on the balcony. Just chilling over here, having a good time. Waiting for those eco frags. He might get a couple, but it seems like they're splitting up, right? So, you know, the balcony burst is not the rarest of plays, but unfortunately in this round it doesn't seem like that's going to be the order of the day.
Yeah, what is the plan here? Very slow. It's kind of the old attack pause while calling attack pause vibes, but they are starting to look in that direction of a bar of the bomb. Oh, this is a great ruse. Hang on a second. Just look at your minimaps. Wow. Look at the ruse here. The flank coming through. They turned around. Oh, that was such a good idea. But they turn around. JamYoung had to have got the most perfect timing, and unfortunately he couldn't. The idea was nice. In that sort of round, if they could get a bomb plant, it really just adds a lot more money into the back pockets, but fortunately not to be. Actually, my Newhappy just really spreading out quite quickly and getting all the information that they could find.
All right, let's see here. Decent enough buy coming in from CycLone. As spoke about, their rifles look really great in that first half, so they'll be looking to kind of continue that trend. Not their map pick here, which is where it gets sort of interesting for us, but a pretty good map for CycLone traditionally, especially in the domestic region this season, which is pretty much all we have to go off of, right? They don't really have any high-level officials quite yet. Like I spoke about, the international Counter-Strike has dried up a little bit for them, at the very least. So they have been focusing a lot on the domestic competition. It does seem to be paying off, at least for the time being. It all really depends on how this T side gets started.
Yeah, that's for sure. At least for now. Triple MP9 and a double M4A1S was a good Molotov as well, but instantly smoked upon, so keeps both Tiger and Li Hang alive for the time being. Looks like I'm going to head back in the direction of A. It's not a bad call either. There's actually only 2 players towards A, despite it not being taken here. Newhappy have triple stacked it. Does feel slightly risky, and Alman now in trouble. Looked like he just gave up for a second there. Spine will find him. And surely they've got to realize now they're going towards A.
You would think. 2-2 in a really good position to deal with this. A little smoke going down as well is going to make life very difficult for CycLone. They are forcing the issue. Oh, and for a second, it looked like they were maybe making it work. Not going to be the case. Advent thinks he's got rockets on his feet, mate. There's no way you go and B with this amount of time. Tiger will finish him through the smoke. And Newhappy, another clean round. So this is looking really, really good now. The even up just around the corner.
Like we said, looking good. CycLone, very lost from basically the first 10 seconds of that round. The second a deep banana smoke comes through, they just don't have an answer. They know they're forced into a pincer in that direction of the A site, but they kind of don't feel committed to it in a weird way. And Newhappy used that lack of commitment against them. Gotta have a lot more presence taking banana control. If you get Molotov, if you get smoked out, you've got to refight it, and you cannot afford to lose such a crucial part of the map. In this round, fair enough. It is just pistols, very limited util, and even armor is that of a luxury. But in a gun round, you can't be affording to lose banana with, well, no fight back, basically.
Slow build up here. CycLone just using the time to their advantage, hoping that the Deagles can get a bit of work going. You can see them on the entry positions, as it were. Down goes one. Down goes another, looking very good here. Just kaze with that flash, but the crunch from Newhappy, pretty effective there, very well read in that situation.
That's square. 8 apiece. Newhappy looking very comfy right now, and they've built up so much money on that CT side. Triple Galil still being wielded, because why not? If they broke, they'll fix it. What a vibes for them. 2-2. Step over a big way as well. CycLone worrying times. They themselves do have an AWP, however. kaze gonna wield it alongside the 4 AK-47s. Alman takes a deep nade early. So he'll start the round out at 61 points of HP. Does make those Galils all the more fearsome.
A lot of nades raining in here, but not many peaks just yet. Really solid hold at the top end here from... Oh my goodness, Newhappy. Spine for 3. Even changes guns in the middle just to get some style points. All falling apart for CycLone. This defense is looking immaculate right now. There's absolutely nothing that CycLone are showing us.
To be said, I'm worried. I'm very worried indeed. JamYoung, no. Minus 2x. No chance of collecting a bomb here. You've got 45 seconds to, well, just whittle down the clock and resetting towards the next. It ain't great. It ain't great at all. But we'll see what Psycho can do in terms of response going forward. JamYoung will just save, so Newhappy are going to reclaim a lead. That's now 5 in a row for Newhappy, which is really, really good to see. I think it is also safe to say, so worrying. This is Galil's doing this. They still haven't upgraded properly until they picked up AKs in that round. Yeah, I'm worried. CycLone look lost. This is meant to be actually an okay map for them. They've played against tier 1 opposition. They've probably scrimmed against tier 1 opposition as well. It's meant to be a fairly decent map overall, and yeah, man, safe to say it is not looking good at all. 9-8. The first time in a long time. Newhappy back into a lead.
Taking them a while to get here, but I think well-deserved. Really solid play, particularly on the CT side so far. You know, their T side really was saved by a pistol, really saved by a strong start. Didn't look all that good as it went on. But ultimately, a solid few rounds to kick us off. And it just seems set to continue from here, which is really great. Very curious to see whether that keeps going, whether there'll be that turnaround again, you know, bearing in mind it took a bit of time for CycLone to get moving. So we'll see. There is still plenty of time, plenty of rounds to keep it rolling. If they can turn it around. But so far, like I say, they really haven't shown us much of anything.
Hey, you're spot on. It hasn't been great. Not at all. Still. A little bit of banana control here isn't the worst thing in the world. Hang on a second now. Maybe going to double back in the direction of A. They all smoked out both ways. A D smoking towards banana and a D smoking towards mid. Surely the decisions are going to start being made sooner rather than later. Once again, 5yclone look a little lost. Don't really know where to end.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, man. They really do seem out of sorts, but maybe this round can come off for them. There's only 2 on the A bomb site, right? Very late execute coming in here, 30 seconds. They're going to be very quick behind it, just rushing their way forwards. A lot of smokes down, making life awkward, isolating some angles, etc. Bit of a crossfire set up by the CT side. 2x only able to hold for 1, so a lovely advantage. And you can see the energy there. They were maybe turning around to save on the Newhappy side. They have plenty of cash, though. Might as well go for it, is maybe what they're thinking here. But ultimately, with that type of utility coming in, there's just no real way, right? You have to play it safe. Know when to fold, as they say. And indeed, it will be 5yclone finally getting a round.
So, they find a nightmare to tie things up. They're first in towards this half, and there's a question, of course, of can they spiral into more? Can they make this a consistent factor like they did until the first half? Of course, they got 8 in a row in that first half. Newhappy just going to answer back. Money's not an issue at all, and of course, with the save as well. No real worries or problems over on that side. Still does remain. Isn't the nicest situation that 5yclone find themselves in right now. Yes, they've tied the game back up, but it still is a very unconfident showing and display coming forward. 5 AKs is the buy. Coming in towards round number 19. We're all tied square. And not a huge lot left in terms of regulation of this game. Just 5 rounds to be played out. Let's see how things change. All up in the hands of Tiger. Still being, by his standards, a relatively quiet game, but maybe he can step up late into that CT side.
Not a lot of presence in this round. 5yclone playing a pretty far back default, actually. Really not much behind it at all. We'll start to make some presence on the A-bomb site, but yeah, this is a very slow round coming in from 5yclone. I think they absolutely want to capitalize on the victory and make sure that they don't get flipped here, because their economy can't really take that.
All goes quiet. Second flash gonna come through. Lihang goes unchecked. Still remains unchecked. And Lihang gonna double down. That's poor spacing. And Trey's gonna come through. Lihang might die here. Will to the flames. But my god, Advent's lucky to still be alive himself. 3 versus 4. Numbers aren't good for 5yclone. HP's not good for them. And with about 35 seconds to speak, they've got to head back in the direction of A, and it isn't looking pretty. 2x could close it himself here from short.
Flash comes round, makes it awkward. However, the peek out from 2-2 maybe should have had the double kill there. Not the best look for him. Tiger is around quite quickly, but the smoke keeping him at bay, and the AWP really not the weapon that you want to go flying through a smoke with. So he just has to wait, bide time for his partner to join the fray. There is a kit available in the hands of Spine. Where do we go from here? Tiger with the deagle in hand. Oh, player just off to his left. Isn't checking. The flash is perfect. And that will be a lovely 2-piece coming round from Newhappy. Absolutely brilliant on the retake there. That flash was just magic.
Lovely work. Lovely work. Newhappy absolutely playing the better Counter-Strike right now. There's no 2 ways about it. This CT side is starting to look, for the most part, pretty immaculate. That's a really nice holding towards Banana. Lihang, even the fact that he gets a double there should never have really happened. And then again, like you said, that retake really well played. 2-2 gets quite unfortunate. When it comes down to it, if Everything locks itself into place. Newhappy answering back. First side's cracked double digits. From an 8-4 half, it's unexpected, but hey, all credit to them. In pretty damn good at the moment. Triple M4. M4A1S. AWP. No AWP for kaze either. Newhappy have got all the kind of benefits at range here towards the situation. This is a very good spot. And with money being slightly uncomfortable in that of 5yclone, if they can deny a bomb plant and win the round, they'll find 11. They'll hurt the economy in a massive way. They could put them back in towards closing out this map, or at least that conversation.
Could be a decent nade here. Oh my goodness, yeah, that is so much damage. However, the first kill doesn't quite come in for them. EHang will go down, so there is an advantage for 5yclone. It feels like a hard one to hold on to. Not really sure where to go from here, but ultimately trying to rotate around. Another big nade. Doesn't find any kills, but oh my goodness, they are so unhealthy right now. Only one player on full HP. 2-2 walking in to the crosshair arm, and it's just 2x at the back end of the site. Could really do some damage, but no, Mercury denies him, trades him out fast. Probably will force the save out from the Newhappy boys, and double digits now for 5yclone. This is getting close.
Team got some legs behind it. Hang on, that's now going to open up the chance of a retake at the very least. Might give this one a crack.
It looks like it, doesn't it, to be fair? It's still a bit tough for the AWP to make it round from long. JamYoung finds Spine above the smoke, and they're going to know where the AWP is now, so they can probably just play the time. I don't think this one's going to happen, unfortunately, unless... Oh, my God! Oh, my God!
No.
Oh, my God! What has just happened? Yeah, he picked up the kit, man. He picked up the kit. Took him a second to find the bomb. Oh, what? Oh. That's just so wild. I don't know if we'll be able to grab a replay of that one. Yeah, okay, brilliant. Because I feel like it's the pit player swinging out. It's almost ingrained. It's almost instinctive, isn't it? Where it's like, oh, I got to swing for the trade.
Yeah.
But he probably would have benefited from just holding. You know, bomb planted for him. Play the bomb, man.
Big show from Tiger. Very big show. That's the Tiger that we saw yesterday on this map. That's the Tiger that we normally look towards on Newhappy as being the big one to step up. And, well, there it is. Brilliant from him. Molotov. Just to the side of kaze. Will start to burn him. Uh-oh! Kaze's a lucky man to still be alive. My God. Half a second longer and he would be long gone. Well, Alman will be the first to fall. Also, to utility. This is great early util from Newhappy. They've basically got a kill and a half off the back of it.
Madness, absolute madness. EHang playing close here. You're going to get a flash. It is indeed. It's halfway effective. Not effective enough, though. They've given their advantage away. He does a lot of damage, but 5yclone going to feel like they are back into this round with that.
Oh, I was going to say, from Spine, that's so risky. To push at that position when you've got no support towards B, I'm not a huge fan of that. It feels unnecessary. Even if Spine play back towards the site, he's got a very good chance of lining up a couple of frags with kaze and Mercury being so low. Going for a push in that position, he's got to expect the AWP to be holding. That'll cost them. Very interesting on Newhappy have not gone for any sort of a rotation. They might just be calling for a save here, which feels weird, but what can you do? Numbers is advantage. Nowhere even remotely near the site. It's rough. Especially, I think the primary thing being that I just don't think they've realized how much damage they've actually done. Mercury's barely alive. kaze, the same situation. This retake is absolutely something that could be doable, but unfortunately not to be in this situation. So it is going to be 5yclone finally cracking that double digit. Better late than never. But yeah, I think that's an unfortunate peak. I don't think Spine needs to go for there.
Yeah, really tough, isn't it? Really, really tough, I think, to call. He just got solidly baited out. You know, you made the noise of appreciation in terms of the call where they faked the runaway and started walking back in, so he was just maybe hoping that he could catch some stragglers. But a lovely little call in and of itself, but just within the context of where the game is at. You know, it's really deep into the game, close rounds. You'd think that they'd want to keep things simple and focus on clicking heads, and a call like that is kind of wacky, but it worked. It worked very, very well. You know, they got the catch, they got the round.
It ain't bad. So, for now, once again, look back at a bit of a mental reset, bit of a breather at a slower end to that round specifically. 10-11 scoreline. Newhappy still the favorites. Still have the lead, have the money, have the buy. But this game still open. By no means a done affair. That nade very, very nearly breaking into a less than adequate position. But overall, thankfully for now, they're still alive. At least some level of a comfortable position. We got Almond trying to play behind that smoke. Once again, Newhappy are very, well, happy to play a triple B stack early, which I don't mind. Because 5yclone, they know how successful they are at locking them out of it. Nice
pick up from Tiger. Yeah, the opportunity just comes his way there. Mercury with kind of a wild peek, bro. Just sending it straight around the corner. Not much behind that, if I'm to be honest. Especially, you know, round 22. Super important. Denying Newhappy away from map point on a map that ultimately, you know, you should be taking here. JamYoung with a nice find in the apartments, but it is a little bit in vain. The peek down middle is successful. 4 on 3. What can they get done? Missed shot from Tiger. Reposition. Oh, but kaze takes him. Beautiful stuff. JamYoung finding Lihang. 2-2 now. Out in the open. I think they're expectant of this short player. A little awkward to deal with him, though. So he will even things back up. 20 seconds to get that bomb down. Could be a bit weird. Spine coming through is dealt with easily. Just 2-2 then. Essentially in a 1 versus 3. So much work for him to do. A quick reposition. Not a lot to work with. He's now going to be found out. Has to pull off the reload. Allows them to reposition and get ready for the fight. And there you have it. Despite losing that first player in a very silly sort of opening moment, they will take the round.
Gotta be said. What a game we're being gifted here. We've chosen up a bracket 1. We looked in towards this region and we picked the banger, it's safe to say, on Inferno. And everything has been looking pretty good. For now, there's question marks, of course, about maybe what this game looks like in the long term, especially when we head in towards Nuke. But first, we've got to figure out who's going to close this one. And with Newhappy's money all over the place, 5yclone are going to be able to get themselves up to a 12. That puts them on map point on their opponent's map pick. Kaze finds the first 2-2 to fall. It should be relatively plain sailing to lock themselves into that 12.
Tiger loses his head there in Banana. 2x going to be the next one to fall. That is a bomb site secure, so no wackiness in this round. Are we even going to get any kills for the CT side is the next question. Bomb will go down. I think Lihang actually will hold on to his chest armor there for the next round.
If he gets the luxury, I mean, look at Alman. He's lurking. Smells blood.
Oh. Spoke too soon, mate, didn't I? Lihang, unfortunately, going to get cursed out of the round.
No armor for you,
Spine,
mate.
there's not much point in him saving, to be honest with you. I guess he has a smoke and a flash, actually. So, yeah, there is a bit of a point. That's actually $500.
Exactly. And the 5.7s of the 500, that's a grand right there.
Yeah,
you know?
but is he going to be using that in the next round? It might be nice to have it in the back pocket. You know, this. Yeah, he's going to get a triple kill with it now, you watch.
Exactly. At close range, one tap headshot. The M4 can't say that, so there has maybe some benefits, but it's going to be map point towards 5yclone side. 12-11. This is now a very spicy affair. This was a game that looked like it was Well, Newhappy's to lose by how well they started the second half, and now they are on track to lose unless they can push it towards OT. AWP in play for Tiger. Rifles alongside as well, but overall, confidence in the hands of 5yclone at the moment. Tiger was tempted by a peek there. Opts against it. I think it's probably the smart call.
Slow wind up here, 5yclone. Do not want to throw this opportunity away. Right at the perfect moment, they break the bank of Newhappy, putting them under the ultimate pressure. Regulation win is out of the question right now for the defensive side. 2-2 with the wild play through the smoke, through the Molotov. But he's picked up a double, and he has kept the hopes of overtime alive. You couldn't write it, folks. Alman and Kaze will now have to clutch up. Absolutely wild. Oh my goodness. Spine gonna follow the smoke trail. Just Alman. Mental guy. Tries his best, but there was no way he was getting that one done. We've got an overtime here for our first map between these two teams.
Oh, well, well. What a game we're being treated to here in the upper bracket. We get our choice of game, and it's safe to say we picked a good one in this region. They're being quite scrappy or quite one-sided. First time in a long time we get quite an even affair. And of course, more importantly as well, because of where they stand, the precedent about winning this upper bracket series is huge. You know, avoiding that long lower bracket run is, I just think there's a mental strain really good, but also a preparation towards the important tail end of playoffs. Very good to see. Kaze with the AWP. Boss one jump peeking on the angle. Tiger probably not going to reface. The flash of his own. I don't think he's going to overface all too much. Early damage comes through. And Lihang of Spine will eat a bit of a nade, but so will Alman.
Kaze. Watch him with this AWP, man. These are the moments where he really comes alive. He's had a great game so far, but put him on that creeping entry. He can be really, really deadly. And I think that's maybe something that 5yclone will look towards. They'll be kicking themselves a little that they could not secure the regulation win, but this is the next best thing.
In half four, on towards the corner. Nothing to be found. They're playing just 1B. I find these sort of calls risky for no reason, as I'm going to go with it. You've got a quad stack A and you spotted no information. Spine has a molly, thankfully, but doesn't officially hold them back by any means. Because of Utah, just going to drop it over zone. Flashing towards Paul as well. They're going to push right through it. But I'm going to find one. Nearly a second as well. Alman's a lucky man. The rotations come over. The site is in favor of 5yclone. The bomb will go down.
Lihang making a wild play through the smoke here. Will come away with the first and the second. Oh, goodness. He may well have just earned it for his team. What is going on, though? JamYoung finds three out of nowhere. The missed AWP job of the USB is enough. Oh, my lord. Blinking, you'll miss it. That was absolutely wild. A nigh on 1v4 from JamYoung, but just didn't know where to look for that last player. Tiger will get it done, and Newhappy, they take the first round of overtime.
Oh, my. So, what about start for Newhappy? Their map pick starting things well. A chaotic setup. That solo B hold is so risky, but the retake's so damn good, man. I think in the post spawn, you could just see 5yclone zero setups. They are all over the place. They gave them all the space to work with in terms of getting space back on towards the side. Yes, they did have the numbers in their favor, but 5yclone could have played that better. They played a little bit more of a regimented post plan. They would have been able to isolate fights, but it's all if buts and maybes. What we know is absolute. Newhappy find the first round in OT on CT. Love to see it.
Flash out towards middle on the way. Going in aggressive here, pushing Tiger off. Oh, what a shot round the corner. Massive kill. Trying to net another one through the smokes here, but not really much that he can do about this. Just ultimately looking to slow them down. The headshots coming in thick and fast, however. Still a player at the back end of the site that goes unchecked. Kaze with a close one. It's all down to JamYoung again, though. Oh, his shots are close, but he just can't quite get them over the line. Newhappy's overtime looking pretty good. Maybe enough to find the victory.
Yeah, it might be. Absolutely. This game is not going the way that 5yclone would hope. In a, you know, sometimes quite a scrappy affair when it comes down to these 50-50s. Newhappy look like the cleaner side. They look like the crisper side on the surface. Spine up to 21 kills, 2-2-20. And Tiger 2x, not even that far behind. Tiger's really stepped up as well. He was 8-10 at one point. Now 17-14. So his run of form has been very solid in the tail end of this game. Might want to continue. Oh my god, that's so risky by kaze. And he'll get the kill somehow, some way. Pop shot, not good enough. Nade will come forward. How kaze stays alive there, I do not know. Numbers in favor of the 5yclone side. They might want to deny this being a flawless CT half from Newhappy.
Some kind of a miracle. Absolute insanity. Deep banana control coming in for Newhappy. That is kind of the big thing here. They have that working for them. They have that kind of information that it is more likely to be A. At least at the moment. It does depend on which way 5yclone end up leaning. Oh, deep Molotov as well, yeah. So 5yclone really not moving for a long, long time.
All here, what a piece. Mercury will bring it back in their favor, and that should be wraps here. Of course, the Tiger, you may as well give it a go. No point saving. Last round of the half, but it is going to be a 1 versus 3 retake with an AWP. It ain't pretty over on towards that B side. This should be 5yclone locking in their 13th. Should be in the operative word.
Tiger trying to find the angle. Not going to work for him. Takes a lot of damage through the smoke there. Yeah, in any other round you'd be saving here, wouldn't you? But may as well give it a shot. Or 3 as the case may be. But I don't really see him getting into a good enough position. Deagle out. Just doesn't have any info, really. Kaze being annoying and keeping him at bay, keeping him distracted, and was enough in the end. But I think a trade would have been super easy from that position. Nonetheless, 14-13. Decent look for Newhappy, but it was their T side that they severely struggled on. So I am very curious now to see whether time away from the attacking side has done them any good.
Very true. Very, very true indeed. 14-13. Game still absolutely on. 5yclone not out of this just yet, but it isn't exactly looking too pretty right about now. Uphill battle in towards their now CT side, but we saw them put up good form on the CT side as well. We'll see. Nade's going to come through as well. 2x and Lihang eating the bulk of it. They're both very lucky to stay alive, and it might not be for much longer. One more nade towards ramp, and they are in trouble. Just about get out of dodge. That was a very uncomfortable start to the round here for Newhappy.
Yeah, not great. Not great at all. But still got the manpower. So we'll see whether that makes the difference. Kaze on the angle. Ruined. Absolutely ruined. Ooh, Advent a little slow on the nades as well, so they should really be able to get across and ignore it, get the bomb down. Advent wants to flash through this smoke, it looks like. He's just dropped it there at CT for one of his teammates to pick up. Mercury will find a big one through the smoke. Flash is pretty good, to be fair. Not able to get any more, but at the very least brings it back even. You can see the post plant from Newhappy is just kind of all over the place. They really haven't been able to get themselves in a strong position. Mercury goes a bit early, nobody around to trade him. We are just sending it through these smokes right now. Another flash comes round. Arman not ready for the second player in towards Banana. JamYoung could definitely do this, though. They are both 1 bullet away from death. Not a lot of time left on the bomb is the thing. He really just has to go in. 10-second timer has popped. He's nowhere near it. Going to tap in. 2x comes round. There's not enough time for the defuse, though. So damn close for 5yclone, but it's not going to happen. Even goes down to the bomb for good measure. And there you have it, Newhappy. They have at the very least secured another overtime. They're on the brink of taking this here map.
Yeah, it feels like it. And honestly, at a point as well, you've got to say quite deserved as well. This is a game that continues to deliver. Maybe there's a world in which something can come forward as well in terms of a resurgence, but Newhappy deservedly in this position. 15 from the ball for them. Map point on their map pick. And a much better showing on Inferno. Something they could not do against the Mongols. This is what you want to see out of them. Tiger posting towards ramp with the AWP. Kaze going to wait for pushes down towards mid, but I don't think he'll be given anything too early just yet. Oh, the opening 20 seconds. Not a lot of control being taken here by 5yclone. Giving a lot of space up towards Newhappy. They get banana for free, and they can start working and testing top mid as well without really too much of a competition. Nice nade, Alman. Under 52.
A lot of nadage in banana there for no kills, but you can see Newhappy really have very little remaining compared to what 5yclone have, man. So there is a real opportunity for 5yclone, you know, to keep them at bay, keep dishing damage. Seems like maybe in banana we had a couple smokes on top of each other for Newhappy, etc. So yeah, it's a little weird here. They've only got one flash left. Not found a single kill. So wherever that flash ends up, it's going to have to be a pretty good one.
What's the call? Time is of the essence. Gonna flash out in towards this A side as well. This is gonna be a really tough hold. Kaze and JamYoung need a masterclass. In they come. Flooding their way forward. Kaze, missed shot, denied, deleted by Lihang. JamYoung desperately trying to buy time for the rotation, but it's not enough. Mercury gonna find a 3K. What the hell has just happened? 3 through the smoke. Retakes now on.
Tiny bit of damage out from the nade. They are very much back in this round, back in this game, potentially. Spine trying to get aggressive. Love this. And it does work as well. Tiger comes around with the orb. They may well be able to hold, but no, the shot misses. And Advent, he will stay calm under the pressure, gets the defuse, and they stay alive.
Skin of their teeth type start, but it's all coming down to one man there. Mercury, a massive 3K. The most important kills we have seen so far. And he's been having a poor game as well by every scope. So damn important. Finding kills when it matters most. Keeping 5yclone alive. 14 on the board. Now only 2 results that can come forward from this next round. Double OT. And 5yclone can tie it up. Newhappy close it 16 to 14. Take a look at the replay once again. I cannot believe he lines up 3 there. Of course, granted, some of them are very low from the early nade damage, but you take the kills all the same. Attack ball's done. Called by Newhappy. Understandably so called by Newhappy as well. They were in a less acquisition. And 5yclone are going to hard to back one of their own. They weren't happy with just one. They want to go back to back.
Timeout coming in. I mean, it really is stepping up towards the tail end, right? There's been a lot of pressure throughout, looking down the barrel of yet another overtime. And it is kind of crazy to see Newhappy very, very improved from yesterday. And we spoke about, you know, 5yclone and Tyloo as they are, but, you know, they're down as 5yclone because that was their name at the start of this season. Ultimately, they should have been the favorites coming into this entire series. 2 very good maps for them. 2 maps that they're incredibly comfortable on. So Newhappy continuing to be the giant killer. They're not quite doing it just yet, but they are getting very, very, very close. And I think we're enjoying every second of this so far. One more round for both teams to get what they want. Let's see who comes out on top.
For now, early. Fight going to come through as well. Mercury doesn't really want to test it all too much. Understandably so. So a smoke will come forward. He'll drop a Molotov behind it. Trying to deny, basically, that there's too much space taken too early here. The nade will come over. 2x avoiding the bulk of it. Once again, decent map control. CycLone are playing a very different style of CT side where it's much more passive in its approach.
Bit more thought out with the utility this time around. A lot more left towards the final minute. Not as much splurge, bit more thought behind it. CT smoke coming in. And that will bait out CT smoke on the site. But the bad news is that they still have one left. So they're going to have to send it through this, really. Armin with a nice one through the smoke advent as well. Set up real nice. Does get the nade out a bit quick. Not sure if that was intentional. Looked like it might have been a bit of an accident. Wild play here from Armin. Nearly gets away with it, you know. This is absolute carnage right now on the B bomb site. Left open in towards CT as well. Kaze is going to spot the leg there and may well have seen the bomb on the minimap because of it, right? So some decent information for them to work with. Spine goes down. Isolated him well. It's just going to be Tiger with 10 seconds to get the plant. Play the time. And there it is. Kaze takes him down. Second overtime secured. Looking really, really great here. And the game just will not finish. It continues, right? And so hard to split these teams right now.
I guess while we've got a momentary breather, because we've been absolutely the longest game by far, we can talk about some of the other results so far. GR Gaming took map number 1 over Lin Vision in what looks like a pretty one-sided affair. It was a 13-4 Ancient, so definitely not expected there. Minus 72 Celsius, beat out Atox. That also went to overtime, but not as long as ours. And the Mongols 13-3 over Fire. Absolutely dominant. But they're they're going into their third map. So they've only made 2 maps in the time it's taken us to play 1. That's how long this one's been going on for. A marathon. I think I'm right in saying roughly about an hour and 20 minutes. Hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. This one's been going for, which in MR12 is pretty damn impressive. This time, CycLone's not on that CT side. Early Molly being here. Mercury going to make the noise of running away off long, but Kaze still remains.
Bit faster in this round from Newhappy, right? And obviously changing angles a bit more to lean on the A-bomb site. He's been a bit more popular in the past few. So maybe getting a bit desperate. Maybe some method in the madness here. Beautiful Molotov. Very well timed from JamYoung and completely scares them off. Maybe it'll work. I don't know, man. Again, Newhappy just seem a little directionless.
Little scrappy. Good boost, though. Advent's got many a kill from there before. This time only 1. 2x will trade. Playing in it as well. Alman might go slightly unchecked. He's going to fall off the angle. Orb shot misses. Tiger punished by Kaze. Bit of a scrappy post bar. Not looking good for Newhappy.
Mercury around the corner. Oh, nearly in for 2, but pretty much sets it up, doesn't he? Very well done. And once again, CycLone, they seem to be a team full of second wins here this afternoon. Really, really solid stuff. They will continue that trend. Find themselves a 16th. So, first one out to 19 here. See how it goes. It's going to be a challenge, but Newhappy, this T side is looking very, very weak. I got to be honest.
I think you're right. I think you're right. It's not been looking, all too comfortable, basically, at all. All goes momentarily quiet as well. As CycLone now with the lead in their favor. They can put up that big CT half here towards double OT. Something to speak of at the very least. They have had moments of okay looks on towards the T side. Be a little bit more than that on Newhappy. They're going to come deep. No one playing too close to it. Spine does take a fairly decent tag, in fact. More than I would have thought. Head on towards the corner. Not doing, again, too much damage. It's a decent position. Advent going to play out front of this. Is so ballsy, but it might just work.
Goodness me, it's awfully close. He nearly goes down. The spam through the wood eventually finds Almond, so that banana take from 5yclone has fallen apart massively. They leave Advent on B alone with 7 HP, so they are praying to all the gods in existence that they don't go B, but it looks like they might just. Kaze with a nice little read on the AWP, though. Managed to hold for 1. I don't know, you got to start rotating B now, to be honest. There's really not much that Advent can do. One stray bullet through the smoke will be enough to take him down. A strong breeze is enough to deal with this guy right now. So the B-bomb side itself will be compromised. It will fall. And a dodgy 4v4 retake now ensues. Look how far away these A players are.
Already. 2 versus 4. In terms of how close they were towards the site. A long rotate for those guys coming over from the A side. Oh my god, Tiger. Lucky to still remain alive there. I don't know if they expect a double stack, though, in towards New Box. The nade's good for 1, but Lihang now could go unchecked because 2 nades have come forward, and he survived both. Time so far ticked. Lad's got to go here and now. Spamming dark. Not good enough. And a good hold to come forward in the end. A really unfortunate thing in terms of the timing. They were just so far away on the rotations. Newhappy tied up, 16 apiece. This game still got some legs behind it.
Lovely little spray down. Yep. The retakes, though, man. That's where it is. 5yclone, they tap into that experience that they have. Really, really solid. Wasn't quite enough there, I think. You know, the initial banana holds is where it went wrong for me, right? They lose the player. And then, and like I say, there just really wasn't enough of a defense. They should have swapped up. They should have left, like, Kaze there, maybe, or even just split 2-2. I don't know why they decided to leave the 7 HP player all by himself. Just felt a bit too risky.
Oh, man. That felt worrying at the start there. Early user damage will tag up Mercury a little bit, but fundamentally not too scared to stick around. Advent going to answer back one of his own, but into trays. That is the B site open. And honestly, not looking good for 5yclone in terms of a retake.
Not at all. Yeah, so far back once again. A lot of utility coming round. It's not nice. I'll go through this first smoke. Nice and easy, but have to make a lot of noise while doing it. Get some retake utility set up of their own. Not bad. It's not bad. It will force some players into awkward positions. Tiger actually going to melt to the Molotov. Okay, interesting. Doesn't even get an opportunity to take a fight. We're back down to a 2 versus 2, and it may well come off here. Kaze moving around with the AK, gets it done. Has he got enough time on this defuse? I think he's just about got it. It is a little close, second in it or so, but that was a really well put together retake. And you see what happens? Give yourself a bit more time, and you can indeed do it, 5yclone.
Yeah, exactly that. But Gazi's having an absolute game as well. 34 kills for him. It ain't too shabby. Advantage 5yclone. Magic number we're looking for, of course, is that a 19. If it goes to 18 all, we once again go into another OT. This game got a... well, feels like plenty of life still left in it. We'll see. We'll see. At least for now. There has been some moments of good displays coming out from, well, both sides. Newhappy. The CT sides with a lot of their best work as well. So, we're expecting a little bit of a cleaner performance this half. Fine. Already kills himself. That's been stepping in a big way. Kaze going to play out in front of the Molotov. Oh my god, taking a lot of damage there. I guess with the AWP, it doesn't really matter.
Big round here, really big round. If 5yclone can secure this one, it puts so much pressure on Newhappy. They're really playing it safe, though. They love this super far back default. Not really taking any control of anything right now. Just waiting for a swing, aren't they, I suppose?
And now, all very quiet. 50 seconds on the clock, and honestly, CycLone haven't moved an inch. It does feel very odd in terms of this early T-side setup. Usually, the T-side, the onus on you to look for that U2. That's a great timing on the smoke as well. Essentially, they have to go through it. Nades are good, though. Another Molotov to come through. That's a third molly. Dropped it towards Banana in the last, what, 15 seconds. Might just flood towards the A site off the back of that information. They've got to know there's 3 players here.
Flashes over the top. Try and keep them at bay. It's a nice little setup in on the side, but yeah, they have to really buy some time. 2-2 above the smoke, eventually gets spotted out. Oh my goodness, maybe not the most ideal here. What is Tiger doing? Absolute madman. Goes back in as well. He maybe had an opportunity to fade into the smoke. Dink lands, but no frag for Lee Hang, and it is CycLone now threatening the map victory.
18-16. Not bad at all. Map point, CycLone. One more is all they need. They've actually got 2 opportunities to do so as well. For Newhappy, I think as well, if this doesn't go their way, they're going to look back at this series with some pretty distraught faces. Plenty of opportunities to close this one out, and plenty of times that they've let it slip. Not only in regulation and that tail end of that with a pretty stellar showing on that CT side, but then in OT number 1 and 2. For now, job's not done for CycLone, but they're so damn close. Not a great start. Spine finds one, though. Good trade. Liang sticking around.
For now, they're going to try and take some banana control as well on the Newhappy side of things, feeling a bit confident. Thanks to these initial exchanges, Kaze, though, was on the angle, even while blinded, able to find it. Mercury with an opportunity to finish the round here and now. Lee Hang using his smoke to buy some time. The nade finds him, though, so man advantage will swing in favor of CycLone.
Yeah, at the very least. The 2 versus 3. Time's looking to flash on the corner. Very interested about what the play here is for 2x. It looked like he was going to have a poke in towards mid. That's where maybe JamYoung could have caught him. But out to 1v3 on towards side. 2G's playing close. What is this call? Why? There's no need. In that situation, you cannot afford to go alone. That'll be the site. Honestly, just get a feeling out the round and potentially the map too, unless 2x pulls off a miracle.
It would be pretty crazy if he could get this one going. They know where he's going to be at now as well, with all this noise being made. The nade is good, but it doesn't do enough damage. Just not an awful lot of time here as well. Smoke just about dissipating nicely for him. So much to get past, about halfway gone. Spotted, finished by Armin, and the game indeed concludes in favor of CycLone. Really, really solid run back from them. You know, again, maybe should have found it a bit sooner. Maybe should have found it after that first half. But as we've said a few times, it's rarely remembered how it happens, just the fact that you did it. So
yeah,
really, really good second win towards the end. Second wind in that first half. Second wind in the second half. I don't know what was going on. It just took them a lot of time to really... Yeah, really. Really took them a while to get going, didn't it? You know,
yeah.
It was just...